Cameron, you do a lot of mindfulness work with your children and adolescents, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is mindfulness? Can you explain that? I know it's kind of a buzzword, people
Right.
hear it, but explain your understanding of it.
Mindfulness, to my belief and how I implement it in my work, is really being aware of the present moment and being aware of thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations in a calm state of being.
So why is mindfulness important for a child's health or for their mental well-being?
It's really important because it helps children kind of calm their bodies down and be aware of their surroundings and really be present to interactions that they have with others and promote self-care as well.
Okay. So how do you help children learn to use mindfulness in their daily lives?
When I implement mindfulness, my strategy is really to help children be proactive rather than reactive. So I use the acronym STOP.
Okay, what does that mean?
STOP means S for stopping and pausing.
Okay.
T for taking a breath and really kind of tuning in to the physical sensations inside.
Okay.
O meaning observe without judgment, which is really important. Kids sometimes have these flooding negative thoughts.
Okay.
And so really observing those thoughts, but noticing that, not putting a judgment on them, basically.
Right.
And then P means proceed. So proceed as in like continuing on what they're doing or making adjustment in their behavior or their environment so that they feel more comfortable and more able to kind of move on.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Can you talk some more specifically about mindfulness helps prevent bullying or helps kids maybe deal with bullying or helps them feel more empathy for others?
Sure, yeah. I think bullying is a really big issue that's really been brought to light by social media and just it's a huge issue that parents and kids are dealing with.
Yeah.
And mindfulness really can address bullying because it gives children insight on what's going on within, but also what's going on with others as well.
Okay. Because, I mean, I know bullying, let's talk a little bit more about that for a second. You know, when I think of it, when I was younger, it was like someone shoved you up against a locker or something, you know, pulled your hair, that kind of thing was mean to you. But I'm sure with the internet and social media, the definition is much broader. What kinds of things do you see? What would you constitute as bullying?
Right. So like an example would be, you know, a girl getting dumped by her boyfriend and feeling really low about it. And so without taking a deep breath and kind of observing what she feels, she might react by getting on social media and calling a girl, you know, some bad names and or displaying some inappropriate images.
So it can really be reactive to other issues that they may be facing.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so if we reverse that and use mindfulness with this child, she would kind of pause and reflect on how she felt, taking a deep breath. And then she would be in a clear state of mind to take another action that wouldn't be hurtful to others. It basically promotes self-care.
And I know just based on what you've told me that there's a lot you do in your therapy session that teaches kids how to recognize those feelings. Because I think without that work, you know, they're more likely just to be reactive and their behaviors reflect their feelings before they're really even aware of them. So would you say that's where therapy can really come into help, is to help them recognize their feelings and emotions?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Kind of underlying, okay, I'm hurt, and what are the feelings underneath the hurt?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Can you give an example of how a child can be empathetic to their parent through mindfulness? Because we talk about bullying at school, but I know especially with adolescents, sometimes there's a lot of reactivity between them and their parents. So how would mindfulness help in that situation?
Well, I think parents are really struggling with, you know, kids throwing temper tantrums and kind of this mentality that it's all about them.
Yeah.
And so mindfulness can help a child take a step back and observe how their parent's feeling. So taking a deep breath and then noticing maybe mom has her head down and maybe mom's getting a little teary-eyed, And that can tune into visible signs that mom's distressed, and then the child might be more empathetic in that way.
Awesome. I know mindfulness is a big buzzword. I mean, I see it in, the popular press all the time. So thanks for explaining it to everyone and talking a little bit more about how you use it in your practice.
You're welcome. Thank you.